Nutrition Team, and I'm Ronit. I'm a happiness coach.
And I'm Dr. Nelum. I'm a GP.
Today we're going to talk about something. It sounds like a curse, but it's in fact
the most important thing.
It is very, very important. And we're talking about the station
or stations.
Stations of producing energy.
Yes. So in our cells, we have these battery packs that are called mitochondria. Now, you might have heard about mitochondria, but we realize that we haven't kind of talked about this very much before. But mitochondria, each cell has hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of mitochondria. And
each cell
in the body have these mitochondria that generate energy for us to live. The energy that the mitochondria generate are called ATP. And it's like money. That's how I describe it, right? The more money you have, the more
you can enjoy life.
Yes, you just have so much choice. There's more. The more you want to do, you can do it. So it's just like that. The more energy you have, the more you can do with your life.
And there's another way of looking at it. Do you remember that you put solar on the roof of your head?
Yes.
So the sun comes, but it's only limited to what you can use at that moment.
Yes.
So what it does is that it stores it in a battery.
Yes.
So you can use it at night, for example, when the light is not on.
Yes.
So the mitochondria is the battery.
Yes. And so the most important thing that we are now discovering in science is that mitochondrial health is absolutely key to health and wellness.
And I think we've heard the word again and again of feed your mitochondria.
Yes. And yes, so it is really important that we understand that at the end of the day, when we talk about metabolic health or any form of health, we're actually talking about these mitochondria that live within cells.
Okay, Nelum, is it, we at Whole Food Revolution, we've been talking a lot about gut health.
Yes.
Can you tell us the connection or the difference between them?
Well, gut health is also extremely important, but gut health, having good gut health will help support your mitochondrial function. Okay, because everything at the end of the day comes down to the mitochondria. Okay. So the issue that we're facing is that the lifestyle that we live now in this day and age.
Like, what happens if the mitochondria is not doing well?
Well, if it's not doing well, it can't produce the amount of energy that it usually produces.
What, does it die, or like what is?
So
what
yes,
happens to
eventually it can die. Okay. And so the thing is that if the mitochondria are not producing enough energy, then the cell can't function properly. And if one cell can't function properly, that it's not just one cell. It's we have trillions of cells. So sometimes it's just one area. It could be some toxic damage, but a lot of the time, and this is the problem now in the type of life we live and the environment we live in, there are so many negative impacts on our mitochondria.
Okay, so let's just focus on what impacts badly on our mitochondria. Okay, so one of the things that is highly, highly relevant to what we're talking about is food.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear it again and again and again. Processed food is not very kind to the mitochondria.
And not very kind, Ronit. It is absolutely toxic.
Damaging.
Yes. And what about processed foods? It's the refined sugars and the industrial seed oils.
Yes.
These are
cut them from your food.
Really, they are so toxic.
So every time you eat those seed oils, or every time you eat this processed food, every time you put this sugary stuff in your mouth, I want you to remember that you are killing your own mitochondria. Just think about this way. Just imagine that your cells are standing and you just shooting them to death.
Absolutely.
Okay? That's what you need to imagine every time you put in your mouth those things. Other things that are toxic, that are toxins,
yes,
are
Yes, toxins.
toxins.
In the environment, and you were
Yes.
talking about a few.
Well, I want you to know that fluoride is toxins to the cells, to the mitochondria. Aluminium,
Mercury,
yes.
these heavy metal
Heavy
poisoning.
metals are poisoned.
Pesticides.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Those things that you're exposed to are not really, really good. And when you say, oh, I'm not exposed to, I want you to know that everything that's close to your skin, you're exposed to. Because we are, yes, because we absorb things through our skin.
Yeah.
So our skin is just like a tiny, tiny mouth
Yes.
that sits in here, and they absorb
Yes.
all those things.
And smoking, pollution, so if you think about what has changed in the last 100 years in our environment, nearly all of those are toxic to our mitochondria. But Ronit, we talk about this a lot. One of the biggest influences on our mitochondria is stress.
Stress basically stresses the mitochondria. It's like
so harmful.
Remember that we said stress sends a message to the body that says, I'm in danger. When you're in danger, the mitochondria basically doesn't say, oh, let's just produce more energy. They don't have time for this. They say, now we need to survive. So all those things that they need to do are luxury. They
Yes.
do not take care of the cleaning system.
Yes,
They don't
absolutely.
do all the things that they need to do in the cell is actually neglected
Yeah.
to do those things. So stress.
Yes, it is such a huge one.
I know you hear it again and again, and you say, oh my God, how many times people can say that thing? It is real.
And the more the more I learn about this, I really feel that stress is something that is so important that we manage.
It is big.
And then the other big thing is the way we live our life. We are now, a lot of us spend so much time in these boxes, houses or offices. We don't move around like we're supposed to. We don't spend time in the sunshine.
The mitochondria needs sun.
It does, because
It needs to be outside. It needs to be in nature.
Where, if you think about physics, where does no energy is just created from nothing. That original source of energy, where does it come from? It comes from the sun.
And the thing is this, imagine us like a plant. Without sun, we're dead.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So go outside, be responsible, go outside, soak in the sun, tell yourself, ooh, now I'm feeding my mitochondria. Imagine that you're a beautiful
Yes.
plant. You will be beautiful, and you will grow, and you will have enough energy. That's what we need. We need sun. So go outside. And exactly the same way as we say your body absorbs toxins from the environment, it absorbs
Absolutely.
the plants that you are hanging around with.
Yes.
If you're standing next to the beach, next to water source, next to plants, live plants, your body absorbs them.
The energy through
Yes.
that. Yes. And
your mitochondria.
yes, so there's so many. So I think.
What about sleep?
Oh, absolutely. All of this falls in. So the sleep affects the circadian rhythm.
Yes.
Our rhythms of life. So how we morning and night. And if we don't get that good sleep, then that can affect that as well. And I think and another, really the fact that the way, we never let our bodies get too hot or too cold. So that's another thing that we've always done. So
Which is not good.
Yes.
What she's saying is that if you expose your body to hot, cold, basically you make it very flexible
and resilient.
Yes, and the
So-
mitochondria loves it. I want
Yes.
you to know that this is what Wim Hof
Yes.
is promoting. So hot exposure,
Yes.
cold exposure, dark exposure.
Yes.
So all those extremes are basically teaching your body that you're not going to die, really. You're not
Yes,
going to die. So the
exactly.
mitochondria says, oh, okay, I don't need to get
I'll
stressed
just get
about
a bit
it.
more efficient.
Exactly. I'm not
Yes.
going to stress about it. I will become, just like Nelum
Yes.
says, more efficient.
Efficient.
So all those exposures, when you're doing it responsibly and doing it slowly, are really, really good for us.
Yes. So at Whole Food Revolution, when we talk about nutrition, science, lifestyle, mindset, at the end of the day, we are talking about the mitochondrial health, and that's what we're trying to improve. And Ronit, one more thing I want to say here is there's a new, well, not new, but a theory now that is gaining much more popularity and interest, is the mitochondrial metabolic theory of cancer, and that it is actually the mitochondrial damage over a prolonged period of time that triggers these cells to become cancerous. So, I mean, that's another talk. We will do that.
But it's a good thing for you to go research.
Yes.
Mitochondria. It's a funny word. Go research it, and ask yourself, what can I do today to feed my mitochondria, to heal my mitochondria, and to gain,
to boost, to protect.
energy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope that was interesting to you, and we will bring a little bit more about mitochondria over the next while. Bye.